The fake news awards. That's the subject of tonight's Waters Words. On Tuesday, President Trump tweeted, "I will be announcing the most dishonest and corrupt media awards of the year on Monday at 5 o'clock. Subjects will cover dishonesty and bad reporting in various categories from the fake news media. Stay tuned." The president is very busy, so we wanted to help him out. Therefore, Waters World is nominating Newsweek's senior writer Kurt Eichenwald for an award. Kurt caught our attention with these tweets right before Donald Trump's election. "In preparation for a completely unpredictable Trump presidency, I sold all stocks in my kids' education accounts today. I urge you to do the same. Ouch." And more. "I hate to say this, but against my investment advisor's recommendation, I sold all stocks and went all cash months ago, just in case." Now, the Dow just soared past 25,000, and Kurt missed out on a 30% stock market rally under Trump. This would be one of the many mistakes Mr. Eichenwald made this year. While posting some hate mail he'd gotten on Twitter, Kurt accidentally posted porn that he'd been looking at. The Newsweek reporter tweeted a screenshot of his computer with a tab open containing animated Japanese pornography. Here was his explanation. Sigh. "Okay, I'm a dumbass. I believe it or not, my kids and I were trying to convince my wife that tentacle porn existed. I tried to find some to show her it was real, but I couldn't find any and ended up with this. My family reads my Twitter feed, so they know this is true." Who knows if this is true? But Eichenwald doesn't always tell the truth. Check out this story he wrote. Ready? "Right-wing extremists are a bigger threat to America than ISIS." False, Kurt. Over the last 15 years, radical Islamic extremists have killed more people in the United States than right-wing extremists have. Look it up. Kurt also accused Trump supporters of booing astronaut John Glenn at a rally. Here's his tweet. "Trump supporters booed John Glenn when Trump mentioned his name at today's rally. A real American hero who risked his life for us. They booed." Fake news, Kurt. Footage of the event shows Trump supporters weren't booing Glenn, but booing protesters who were heckling the president. Kurt was forced to retract the tweet later, but it had already been retweeted 4,000 times. That's literally how fake news spreads. Eichenwald himself went viral after he claimed Donald Trump was institutionalized at a loony bin years ago without any proof. Tucker Carlson challenged Eichenwald to back it up, and sadly, he could not.
You said he was in a mental hospital in 1990. Was he or wasn't he? It's a really simple question. I'm asking you to finish. Please answer the question.
If you don't like the answer, don't have guests. But I would really like to answer your question.
It's a simple question. Was he in a mental hospital, as you claimed, or wasn't he?
Tucker, would you like me to answer the question or not? If the answer is no, say so.
Was he in a mental hospital in 1990, as you alleged, or was he not?
Let me answer the question.
Go ahead.
Look, you're not fooling anybody. You're trying to stop me from giving the answer. So let me give you the answer.
This is a little nutty. I got to be honest.
That actually went on for 9 minutes. 9 minutes. This so-called journalist crossed so many lines this year, it's so hard to count. But here are two very egregious examples. You ready for this? Here's a tweet. "Again, I rarely curse on this feed, but Kellyanne Conway now telling critics to be careful with what they say. F you, Kelly. This is America." Wow. And this one. "Nobody tell me how to feel, knowing if I lose my insurance, I'm dead. I want the GOPers who support this to feel the pain in their own families as ones with pre-existing condition. I hope every GOPer who voted for Trump Care sees a family member get long-term condition, lose insurance, and die. F you and die." That's how a well-educated mainstream media reporter talks to Republicans. Now, Kurt likes to think of himself as well-educated, but continues to get humiliated by experts online. Here is Eichenwald pretending to be a political scientist. Quote, "Rage does not work as political opposition. Moral high ground, peaceful engagement, asking respectful questions of opponents, these work." Do they really? The claim elicited this response. As a historian, I would like to say, this is terrible advice. My evidence is all of history. And here's Eichenwald claiming he predicted Hurricane Irma. Ready? I'm not a scientist. I used a climate change equation and using sea surface temperatures, predicted Irma intensity, growth, and timing. 100% correct. Ready? Here's meteorologist Ryan Mao. He disagrees. I am a hurricane scientist, and this is BS. That's all. So between the dishonest reporting, embarrassing takes, and sloppy analysis, it is my honor to nominate Newsweek writer Kurt Eichenwald for the Fake News Award. Joining me now with reaction, media reporter and columnist for The Hill, Joe Concha. You think he's going to win?
In like secretariat proportions, 23 lengths. Not even laid that out that way. Could we just, I'll give up my time right now. Let's play the other 9 minutes with Tucker Carlson.
I know, wasn't that fascinating?
It was fascinating.
He would not give a direct answer.
Because he couldn't, Jesse.
Because he couldn't.
Because he had no proof.
But to say that the president, or before he was president, was institutionalized and to have no documentation, and you're a reporter at Newsweek, wouldn't you think he'd be fired from Newsweek just for that?